Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host Jennifer. And I swear I just saw somebody moving through the curtain in our yard. Did anybody else see that? Rewind it and tell me if it was there. Alright. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There is, I don't know if you can see how whitewashed it is out of my room, out of my curtains. There is a flurry of snow on the ground and in the sky. Like snow, full on snow. And here is the funny part, because I'm going to talk about my hat in a minute and new yarn. But I wanted to get this off my chest because my beautiful 11-year-old son has been mentioning snow and getting a sled for about 3 weeks now. And I told him it doesn't snow in December here. And if it does snow in December, it doesn't stick until January. That's just because of where we live. It is fairly warm, and I was also in the front yard messing with the dirt like 2 days ago, and the soil was still soft, which means the ground is still kind of warm, right? And so yesterday he comes to me and he goes, "Mom, there's a chance," he loves the weather, by the way, which I think will make Anthony really happy. If you're watching this, Anthony, he loves the weather. He has like 8 different weather apps on his phone. He loves the weather. Okay, and he likes when Anthony is a longtime subscriber here. Anthony sends me weather updates when the weather's really bad to give me a heads up, or if he sees that I'm going to be traveling, he is like, "Hey, the weather's going to be bad where you're going," which is fantastic, and I really do appreciate that he does that. He sends me other stuff on my Instagram too, but like he makes sure I'm up to date on the weather. Little man loves that because he's always like, "Oh, I want to see," and he watches like radar Doppler and he watches tornado videos that terrify him, and then I have to tell him you can't watch tornado videos anymore because it scares you. Okay, so he keeps looking at the weather hoping that snow is coming, and somebody's listening to him because snow came last night, and he's all, "Mom, there's a 70% chance that there's going to be precipitation overnight." And I said, "Okay, but that doesn't mean snow. It could be rain. It could be a mix of snow and rain, and I don't think it's going to be cold enough that the snow is going to stick because the ground's warm still." Woke up at 5 a.m. because he is rustling around in his room because he wanted to create a time-lapse video of snow falling. So he woke himself up in the middle of the night when his app told him that there's going to be snow on the ground. So his dad went in there and was like, "Bud, you need to turn your light off and lay back down in bed." P.S. It is 9:30 and he's still asleep because he went back to sleep at 5:30. He's a weirdo, and if you hear loud banging noises above me, it's because he woke up and he wakes up a tornado. By the way, I'm going to be recording a members video soon, and so I think it's going to be Lucas related, and so I'm debating whether that's going to be in the regular members videos or the ride or die, because I did realize a couple of months ago that they were talking about they were paying for my membership to gather information so they could talk trash about my kids on the internet. So that's why I really restrict it. But I also wanted to give at least some of you an update on what's going on with him, because I get a lot of questions. He's doing fantastic, by the way. His arm is not in a cast anymore. He is physically 100% back to his normal self. He does have like a dent in his leg from where like he hit the handlebars, I think. Because when he got in his car accident, you guys saw it, he was bloodied everywhere. He had a wound here. He broke his arm. He had road rash about this big on his thigh and wounds. And really bad bruising about his thigh ain't that big. So that's like his whole thigh. And now there's a dent that looks like a handlebar dent on his thigh. That tells you how hard she hit him. And then he has an injury down by his ankle. So he's fine though. He went to the doctor this week. He's tip-top physical health. He still jumps a lot when a car is like in a parking lot near him, or he freaks out. Like you guys heard in one of the videos, he was texting me because he decided to try to start riding his scooter again, and that scared him. And I have no doubt the sled that my husband just went to go buy him at Tractor Supply is going to scare him a little bit, because he rides down the neighbor's driveway, which is a big hill, towards the street. So I'm sure we're going to have to watch him and make sure that he feels safe doing that. But he's really excited about the snow. And I hate the snow. I hate dark gloomy weather. I have seasonal affect disorder, so when the days are dark for a long period of time, it really affects my mood, causes depression, causes anxiety, causes moods. It's 4 months of dark in Michigan for the winter was very hard on me mentally. Physically, I would get really sick. And so here, where I live in Virginia, it's not as bad, but it's been dark a lot the past 2 weeks. And so I'm like, I really don't like the snow. I don't like to feel cold anymore. I've also dropped over 60 pounds, so I'm not as insulated as I normally am. So I had to go to storage and get my big giant Carhartt jacket. And I washed it and it smells so good, so I can't wait to just bundle up in my Carhartt. And now I have a new hat. This hat's on the thin side. It's not exactly snow weather. It's more like it's chilly outside. I'm gonna put a beanie on. And I wanted to talk to you about this hat because this is a pattern on Premier Yarn's website, but it's also a new yarn. It's not a new yarn. It's new colors of an old yarn that I love. Is DK weight. Don't worry, I have some chenille yarn I'm going to show you that's new too. So we got new yarn in the house today, which is why this video didn't release until noon. So this is the colorfusion DK. Now I'm going to tell you, 4 or 5 years ago, they had anti-pilling acrylic that was rainbow. But it was very specific rainbow striping, whereas this, the colorfusion DK, is more blended watercolor colorway. And it's what it reminds me of, is watercolor, okay? And I knew I wanted to make 2 hats out of this yarn. And I started yesterday morning because the yarn came, I want to say, Wednesday night. So Thursday morning I woke up and I'm like, I'm going to knit a hat and I'll be done in 4 hours. No, it was not done in 4 hours. It took me all day into the night to knit this hat because it's a DK weight and I haven't worked with DK weight in a long time knitting. I forgot how long it took. And each round is 88 stitches and 1 inch with 6 rows. So that's a lot of stitches, okay? But it's very pretty. And if you don't know, if you're new here, I love rainbow everything. And I've been asked what is my favorite color. I have a lot of favorite colors. I like color, period. But I've answered a lot of times that rainbow is my favorite color because, I mean, rainbows make me happy. Color makes me happy. Multicolored yarn makes me ridiculously happy, especially when I'm playing with it. So when I saw the new colors that they had, this one screamed at me. I do have the colors. I'm going to show them to you because, oh my God, they're so pretty. This yarn retails for $4.99. And it's an old, let me pull up my photos because I have screenshot photos. It's an old colorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There was 15 colors in the original release of this DK, this colorfusion DK yarn. And I have shown it on the channel several times. I've worked with it. I love making hats out of the colorfusion DK because DK weight is my favorite weight of yarn, which I know I don't use it a lot on the channel. I use most often what you guys use. So if I get a lot of feedback like, can you make something worsted? I really don't like working with DK. I start making stuff in worsted. I also know that we're on a time crunch, and so I use thicker yarn so that it works up faster so that you guys can get stuff done for Christmas. I think of all those when I'm creating. And so even though I love working with DK weight, when I make something for myself, I work with DK weight. I've also made things in fingering weight for other people who design because they like things in fingering weight, and those have turned out beautiful, but they take forever to make. And I don't like working with bulky a whole lot because it's kind of heavy and weighs me down a little bit, and I'm hot all the time. But I do that for the channel and for time crunches and for, you know, just effectiveness of making something in a timely manner. But DK weight has always been my favorite. And this is the color Prism. It's a soft, it's not like slick soft, like buttery soft, but it's soft, it's squish. Like it's got a good squish to it, but there's a little bit of, not stickiness. You can feel the twist almost, but not really. Like, I don't know how to explain. It's not slick, but it's soft, okay? I'll let you judge for yourself. That's what it looks like. And I think what I'm feeling is just the texture from the twist. It's not, it's minor. I don't know why I'm rubbing my fingers together. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's soft, it's squishy. I have always loved the Color Fusion DK, but when I saw that they came out with new colors, their colors are beautiful. The color palette is beautiful. And some of their colorways, let me show you, are very, they're beautiful. These are the old colorways. This one's my favorite. I think that one's called Canyon. Either this one or this one is Canyon, and that's the one I've worked with the most. Look at these shades. They're so pretty, right? That one's pretty, that one's pretty. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 new colors, including Prism, which I'm gonna make a crochet hat out of next. Now let me see. Do I have all the colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do. And Premier sent me this yarn. I'm not going to pretend that they didn't. I'm not going to pretend that I paid for this yarn. I would have paid for it if I saw that it was released. I would have grabbed a couple of these. What's cute is she sent me 2 balls of each so I could make stuff with it. And she said, I'm sorry, I only had 1 left of this color, which is hilarious. This is a beautiful color though, but I wouldn't have bought more than 2 of these because I don't like brown. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been working with brown. I steer away from neutrals, and brown is a neutral to me, and brown does not spark it doesn't light up my brain the way rainbows and bright colors do. But this is still really beautiful. It's very jewel tony, but I only have 1 of this. Isn't that pretty though? It is pretty, but I would not have bought this one. I wouldn't have. So I'm glad that there's only 1. This is called Cactus Bloom, which is a funny name because I don't see cactus bloom with this at all. Cactus flowers are like white and pink, and some can be almost like fuchsia red. I don't think I've ever seen a blue cactus flower that was real. And there's not enough green in here, but like it's a cool color. This is very Sedona, very New Mexico, Arizona, Southwest type colors to me. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm sure it's going to work up just absolutely beautiful. So that one is, what did I say? Cactus Blossom. This one, and I'm showing you both because sometimes yarn can be wrapped differently from skein to skein and it will look differently. So I'm showing you both. This one is gorgeous. This is called Jewels. Not pretty. Now hang on, because it's actually a little darker than what it's showing. Let's see if my camera will. Nope. That's a little more accurate. Like when it gets close, it gets too bright because it's really close to my camera. That's what I see when I look at it. It's deep, rich colors, but then when I bring it closer, it's almost too bright. It's pretty though. So it's got shades of green, teal, purple, blue. I'm trying to see. This is way brighter on camera than it is in real life. This is like a blue jean almost. And I don't know why it's showing up so bright on my camera, but, and then this is like a rich hunter green. How pretty that is. And we got like peacock colors. So pretty. See, that would have been, I would have called this peacock. That's giving peacock to me. And then this one is called Flirtatious. And I think I need to make a hat out of this color too because it kind of goes with my hair. It needs to be re-dyed so bad. It's like 8 shades. Like all the purple's washing out. You can see the pink underneath. And then the brown and the grays going on up here. I have the dye. I just haven't taken the time. But this is also really pretty. Flirtatious. It's shades of pink and purple. And this is like a royal purple. It looks slightly blue on camera. There's no blue in this. It's purple and it's pink. They're pretty. And then last but not least, because I already showed you Prism, this one's also not my favorite, but I think it will make something cool. This is called Grapevine. The purple is more, I can see the purple way more in my naked eye than I can on the camera. So it looks very dark here, and it's not. It's purple. It's very like purple mixed with hunter green with, let's see. See the purple there? And if you pull back a little bit, it looks black. It's not, it's purple. There you go. I think this is pretty. And I'm really like loving the green with the purple on there. But I don't think I would have bought this one. And I'm trying to think of what, which is crazy because I'm always told that I look really good in green, but I don't like green. I don't like wearing green because it makes my eyes look super, super green, but so does stress. I noticed this in the past year, like I'm really having a hard day. My eyes turn the same color as my dad's eyes. My dad was blue-green hazel and I'm brown-green hazel. So my eyes shift from like brown to green to like, sometimes they're just gold. And his eyes were blue-green, but and it was kind of sad and to think about, but when he was dying in the hospital, his eyes were like green, green, green. And the other day I looked in the mirror and I was having a real bad day and I saw my dad's eyes reflecting back at me. I was like, dude, it scared me a little bit. Like, oh my God, I look like my dad. My dad was a good looking man, but no girl wants to look like their dad. Right, so I got two of the, see how these look different? It's the same color, right? They're both prism. That's why I show you both, because this one looks like it has more pink and more purple. And it's just the way that it's wrapped. And also, part of the skein is in my head, so yeah. So that's, now for the hat pattern, this is a knit hat pattern. And I decided I wanted to use one off of Premier Yarns website because I have a hat pattern that I use all the time. And it's like in my head. Like I want to do something different. And so this is actually supposed to be a baby hat. I don't know. It's supposed to be a baby hat. Oh, I don't have it on here. It's the DK, the Bloom DK baby hat. And the only thing I did different is they said use 3.5mm crochet hooks. I used 4mm crochet hooks. The stitch count is the same. I did almost everything the same. And it's a big giant hat. So I don't know if it's a pattern issue or if it should not have made that big a difference that it was supposed to be a 17-inch hat and it fits a 24-inch head. It's not tight. And I don't know, going up a 0.5 millimeter side, like that's crazy to me that, so I think it might be a pattern issue with that one. And I did the decreases on the top a little different, but at that point I was ready to go to bed and I was ready to be done with the hat. But you see, like it's plenty big enough. The brim is actually just garter stitch, which is knit one row, purl the next. And I kept dropping stitches and the dogs kept trying to get in my lap and pull my hands away from my knitting so that I could pet them because they were very needy yesterday. And so my stitches are not even, but it's a pretty hat nonetheless. And like I said, this yarn is $4.99. It makes gorgeous hats. I'm sure it would make gorgeous anything, but I think with the color fusion, I have mostly made hats. And I don't know why that is. I just really like the way a stripy hat looks. This would probably be really beautiful in a sweater. Really beautiful. And I'm sure at some point they will release more patterns to go with the new color, or they might not, but they have patterns on their website for a lace top, a wrap. This is all using the DK colors. A hooded cardigan for a little kid. And another wrap. A baby onesie and a Afghan. 2 blankets. And a cowl. He's gonna be so happy. Huh? He's gonna be so happy.
I smelled while I was there.
Alright. He's got a sled. He can go play in the snow now. He's gonna be so happy. Now, also this week, Premier released Now this is another yarn that has been on their website for a while, but they released new colors. It's the Just Chenille Cone. Now the Just Chenille you can get at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 for the little tiny small balls. Wait, let me grab one. Apparently I'm still attached over there. It unraveled all the way. All right. It's the same yarn on the giant cone that you can get at the $1.25 Tree. Or actually, it's $1 and more store now because Dollar Tree doesn't actually nothing is $1. Like all the things at the Dollar Tree are different prices. All right. Now I grabbed the red, which is funny. Because red is one of the brand new colors they released, which is funny to me. This has been at the Dollar Tree for a while, this specific colorway. But the big giant cones that I'm about to show you, they didn't have red. These were the older colors, and these are the new colors that are down here. So white, a skin tone, peachy color, brown, red, and green. And then they had a bunch of pastel colors and like a blue, right? Now they also have the Just Chenille Medley, which is also the Just Chenille, but it's like a speckly chenille, so I've showed it on the channel before. It's right there, but I'm not gonna grab it because I don't feel like it. You guys, it'll be fine. But anyway, they released new colors of the big giant cones. The big giant cones are $24.99, but I'm gonna show you the difference in the size. And let me go to their website so that I have, because that was a screenshot. Comparatively speaking, this was $1.25. Oh, that's not even the same color. I thought that was the same color. That is a different color. This is more of a cherry red, and this is more of a, it looks orange on camera. It is not. And that's funny because this one says cherry, and this one says crimson. So this is natural cherry, this is maraschino. Most definitely. Now, I don't know why I pulled up the website. The information's on the label. All right, Just Chenille from the Dollar Tree, it's the same yarn in a big cone, okay? Is $1.25 for 65 yards. Let me write some stuff down, we'll do some little mathy math. 65 yards for $1.25. This is 1,312, 1,312 for $24.99. Okay, 1,312 yards for $25. This is going to be fantastic for you if you make a lot of amigurumis. I think on the channel a pattern for to make cherry amigurumis. That is a really old tutorial, but I do have that on the channel. But also I have a tutorial. And I like the colors that they sent me because last year I went to Joann's and I bought, I think it was the Juicy Couture chenille yarn I bought from Joann's last year. And it was like $6.99 a ball. And I made a square, I called it a tree skirt. I think it was a tree skirt. I think it was a square blanket. It's in storage. I saw it yesterday. It was a square blanket, but I think there's also a tutorial for a square tree skirt here on the channel is what I think it was. And I used the chenille yarn to make the square tree skirt, and it's beautiful. You don't have to make a square tree skirt, but I was thinking this would be beautiful in a tree skirt because the colors they sent me are Christmas. And these are 3 of the 5 new colors of the Just Chenille. Now, let's do some simple math, all right? All right, let me pull out my calculator because I'm not gonna be able to do this in my head. So we have 65 yards divided by $1.25. I did that wrong. 125 divided by 65 yards is 0.019 cents. So it's technically 2 cents per yard, okay? That's 2 cents per yard. Clear. Let's see if the value is here for these big giant cones. It's the same exact price. It's 0.019. It is the same exact price for these big giant things as it is per yard. It's the same price per yard for the Dollar Tree stuff as this for the same yarn on a cone, which is actually a good thing. These go on sale too quite frequently for $19.99. If they go on sale for $19.99, clear. It's actually a ½ cent cheaper per yard. So if you take a ½ cent and you times it by 1,300, you have like, you save, I don't know, it's like, my brain is not even gonna do that math. You save money. You save like seven something. I don't know. You save like 7 cents or something. I don't know. 70 cents. I don't know. Whatever the math is. It's a 7. I know the answer is a 7. So anyway, this is good yarn. If you buy these, for me, I'm really excited to have this in my stash because very often what will happen is I will buy these little things because I'm making amigurumi. And then something will come up and I want to make a bigger project with the chenille yarn. And in order to make something with chenille yarn, I have to buy a bunch of these little ones. And while it's the same price, the problem is, now if I'm making a bigger project, I have to connect a ton of ends together. And that makes me crazy. And also chenille does not connect real good together. Like you can't knot it together, you can't tie it together. It wants to fall apart, pull apart, or the ends tend to fray a little bit. And so I think this is really gonna be good for something bigger. You could make a big giant Christmas blanket. Tree skirt would be really pretty. And I might actually make a tree skirt. I make a new tree skirt every single year. Do I always use them? No, but I make them. Because why the heck not? Maybe I will try to design us a new tree skirt this year that'll be pretty and fun to play with. But I do have tree skirt tutorials here on the channel as well. I think I have at least one. So the colors are cherry, holly. That's a good name. I was thinking evergreen, but I will settle for holly. And then this one is actually an off-white. So it's milk. Milk. You know, some of the people in my family always said milk. So I want you to comment below, do you say milk with an I or milk with a K? Or the K, yeah, with an E. How do you say milk in your family? I would like to know that. Because that's also a regional thing. So we have those. And this yarn is really soft. And it's beautiful. The only thing I have always said about working with chenille yarn, don't use double crochets. They worm. And I'll show you what worming means because I get asked this every time. When you do double crochets, let me work up a swatch. I mean, you can do double crochets, but you risk the chance of it worming. And the way to stop it from worming is to like do smaller stitches. Where's my crochet hooks? Sorry. He woke up from his slumber. He's very excited about his sled. I had to go deal with that first. We tricked him a little bit because, like I said, he's been complaining. I'm going to work up a swatch and show you what worming is. He's been complaining that he wants a sled for several days, and he's like, well, we need to go to the store if it's going to snow. And I'm like, it's not going to snow. It is not going to snow. I did not think it was going to snow. He clearly knew more than me. And so he immediately got upstairs and looked out the window. And he's like, we need to go to the store later. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the store. So he comes downstairs. I made him take his morning medicine. And he once again, we have to go to the store today because I was up at 5 o'clock and it snowed and blah, 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 right? And I was like, what do you want to go to the store for? And his dad's like, I really don't want to go to the store today, bud. And he started to get irritated. Like, what color sled would you want? if you could get one. And he said red, which is what was hiding under the kitchen table. He was very, very excited when the sled pulled out that his dad bought for him. So it's also going to be interesting because Juju has to go to work. And I think this may be the second time in her life she has driven in the snow. And there's quite a bit of snow on the ground. I'm just crocheting up double crochets while we talk, so I can show you what it looks like when stitches worm. And the reason I tell you guys this every time I show you chenille and I talk about a big project is because I don't want someone to pay $24, $25 for a big skein of yarn, or in that instance, if you're buying 3 of them, that's $75, okay? And while that will get you free shipping on Premier Yarns, I don't know if you know that, when you make a big giant project and you dedicated all that time to it and you dedicated all that money to the chenille yarn, because the chenille yarn feels really, really good. And little kids love laying on chenille stuff. I don't want it to get snagged on like puppy claws or kitty claws or little kid fingers, and the stitches pull up and now you have worming, and there's not a good way to fix worming that I have come across. I'm sure you could cut stitches and weave them back in, and I'm sure there's ways to do it that might affect the integrity of the project in the long run. That's why when I say if you use chenille yarn, use shorter stitches like single crochet. And making a whole project out of single crochet, I realize is probably really tedious. But if it's going to stop it from worming or make it less likely to worm, then it's worth the effort of doing the smaller stitches. Half double crochet also is less of a chance of worming, because the way a half double stitch looks, it's like almost wrapped around itself, and so it's less likely to worm up. But a double crochet stitch, the way a double crochet stitch looks, is there's like a longer part of the stitch that's exposed, and because of that, that can grab onto stuff and it can pull part of the stitches and then worm up. All right. I'm going to do one more row. I have lost so much weight that this was my mom's ring. In case those of you who don't know, I wear my mother's ring. She was much, much smaller of a woman than me by, I don't know, 150 pounds. Well, at this point, probably 120 pounds, but she was a much smaller woman than me. And so her fingers were also much smaller than mine. And it's weird because the ring is in a non-stop state of spinning. Because I've lost so much weight in my fingers, it actually is driving me crazy, because while I'm crocheting, it's spinning and getting caught in between here. It's driving me nuts. So I may have to actually switch hands. I don't want to go have it sized down because it's my mom's, you know. And I don't want to at all, any way, alter it. Who knows, maybe I'll lose enough weight and my fingers will fit my middle finger.
Where is it?
What are you looking for? Alright, I did 3 rows of double crochet in the chenille yarn. Okay. Now, what worming is see how the stitches all look flat, okay? Worming can happen from snagging on something, from just the friction of the fabric moving up against something. It can happen from washing and wearing. And what it looks like is one of the stitches, I can grab it, will worm up like that. And it will happen across your blanket or your whatever. And it can happen all over the whole blanket. Hang on. So there's a worm there. There's a worm there. And granted, I just reached in there and pulled it up. But it's really simple to get a worm to occur. And then pretty soon all your hard work has gone to pot. And if you play with it and you pull it and you stretch it, you can sometimes get the worms to go back down. And that's all I did was I stretched and I pulled at the stitches. But sometimes the worming gets so bad because it will over time pull and pull and pull and pull from that one spot it will actually pull from further down stitches. And then at that point, there's no like pulling it back into place, and it will just always be up. So I tell you all of that because I am nothing if not completely upfront and honest about something, especially when something's $25. But also, if you use smaller stitches like single crochet or half double crochet or a combination of those stitches, it is a much, much less likely chance that you're going to get any worming at all. And I know that because I've done that. I've worked with it. And I don't remember what my square tutorial was last year, if I did half doubles or doubles. I don't remember, but that one didn't have worming at all in it. But I haven't really used it. I draped it over a table and put a tree on top of it. And it was a very simple square. I just worked in a square and made a tree skirt. And then I made another one for my niece. And then I think I made a third one for another purpose. I think it was to drape over my table Mr. Cinnamon made me for my knitting machine. And so the chenille is really, really nice for stuff like that, like a tree skirt. Just the whole, what I'm thinking of is like vintage velvet. Like, it's not quite velvet. It feels much better than velvet, but you know, like something very velvety under the Christmas tree. To me, that was my childhood. We used to have the tree skirts that were like from the, I don't know, I think Woolworth and Kmart, and it had a velvety feel to it, but it was like kind of plasticky underneath. And I remember laying on that as a child because my favorite thing, even to this day, if I could very easily get under the Christmas tree, I would. I loved laying under the Christmas tree because we always had a plastic one growing up. I would lay under the Christmas tree and look up at the lights. And if that's not a neurodivergent thing to do, I don't know what is, but I loved being under the Christmas tree. And I used to say when I died, I wanted to come back as a Christmas tree because I wanted to be all lit up with Christmas lights. And sometimes at Christmas time when we're decorating, I wrap myself in Christmas lights and turn them on just so I feel pretty. Because I'm weird like that, which comes right back to the hat. I know that rainbow is like more of a summer thing, but rainbows when it's gloomy outside, the bright colors, Christmas lights, you know. So I will, of course, link this yarn below. I will link the big balls of chenille below, and I will link the Bloom DK knit hat. Also, I wanted to show you something else I was thinking about doing with those big giant combs. I'm not thinking about, I actually plan on doing it. So Premier Yarns is doing is it 12 days of pattern giveaways? Yes. So they're doing, the countdown is on, the 12 days of Christmas pattern giveaways. So far they've released a bell, an ornament, a Christmas present, and a candy cane. And today's the 5th, so the candy cane was probably for yesterday. So maybe at noon when this video releases, they'll release today's pattern. These are made with the chenille yarns, and it's something fun that we can like do together, like make things together. I already downloaded the first 4 patterns and I want to work on some of them after I make a crochet version of this hat. But also I found Christmas kits at Michael's, and I wanted to do a review on them because I had a couple people ask me, is it the same crappy yarn as the old Loops and Threads kits? And I'm going to say probably. I think this kit was $11.99 and it was 40% off when I bought it. So while this has nothing to do with Premier Yarn, and the gray yarn looks purple. It looks gray on camera. It looks purple. This is a little bit thicker, but it's still the crappy polyester yarn that was in the other kits that I told you. The Michael's kits are not that great. I didn't really buy it for the yarn, and I know that that's stupid because there's free patterns like this all over the internet. I wanted to make the baubles, and so yes, I paid for the stuffing and I paid for the pattern so that I can make some of these baubles, because I think that these baubles would be so cute, not with the crappy yarn that they give you, but with chenille yarn instead, and they'll be a little bit bigger. But how cute are these? And Michaels has a few different kits. They have a Santa Claus amigurumi. They have one that's like just garland with like crocheted bows, which was just great. He got snow in his pants. I don't know what I was saying. I'm so distracted. Oh, like why would you pay $11.99 for a pattern that teaches you how to make a string and put bows on it? I don't understand, because you could literally go to the Dollar Tree. You could chain a string and put bows on it. Or you just tie it. Like, it was just a weird, I'm like, it's $11.99. That is no. But there is other stuff besides than just the amigurumi that they have kits for at Michael's. So I'm not going to do a full review on that, but I will. I'm going to let you know that the yarn in there is still that crappy polyester fake acrylic yarn that is real scratchy and gross feeling. But I'm going to use especially since she sent me the correct colors to make these. I just need to, I don't think I have any silver or gray colored chenille yarn, so that might have to be just with regular yarn. But I do want to make some of those baubles. And I definitely want to make these cute little patterns that are on the Premier Yarns website, because that candy cane is screaming my name right now. And since I have the 3 colors right there to make it, I might as well, right? And that's something cute that I can either put, and I don't know if you guys know to do this. I saw this on a tree a couple years ago. One of my old friends, she put, because she had a baby, her daughter was like, I want to say like still in diapers. And because of that, she didn't want to put breakable ornaments on the Christmas tree. So she put stuffed animals on the Christmas tree. And it was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. So every year since then, I have stuffed animals on my Christmas tree. This year I do not, because we're trying to sell our house. So we're trying to stage. So it's not a true Jennifer Christmas. Like, my house is not fully decorated like it normally is. Almost all my decorations are in storage, which makes me sad. I put a couple things up here and there. But stuffed animals are super cute on a Christmas tree, especially if you have little kids or pets. And I think that those amigurumi, which I'm hoping are about this big, would be so cute on a Christmas tree. I just think that would be adorable. And they're also really good gifts for Christmas. Or just pass them out while you're out and about. Like, make stuff like that. And if you're out at the store and somebody looks like they're having a rough day, hand them a treat. Something cute like that. Like Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or whatever, you know. Because this time of year is really hard on a lot of people. And I'm included in that. The holidays can be really hard. And the world is a hard place. And so my message of hope for this week is to just love yourself, be patient with yourself, forgive yourself if necessary. Don't hold on to hatred, and spread love and kindness wherever you go, because the person next to you in the grocery store might be really struggling and they might just need a smile or a hello or a, I have an amigurumi in my purse here, like I wanted to make you smile kind of situation. Don't be afraid to reach out. I have noticed, I told you guys, I started a couple years ago. I particularly point out women, but I've talked to men too. I will see someone out and about and I will make it a point. I specifically look for like fat women because I'm a fat woman and I think we should be hyping each other up as women. I think it's really hard to be a woman. I mean, we got so much on our plates and so much in our head going on all the time. Like, it's hard being a woman. And I know that it's hard being a man too. I'm not discounting that. Like, men have a lot on their shoulders to carry, especially if they're a family person, you know. So like the point of all this was, I make it a point to go out of my way to find people on my travels out and about. And I tell them, God, you look really cute today. Like, your hair looks fantastic, on point. Oh, that dress is so pretty on you. Where did you get it? I love your shoes. Stuff like that. And it's crazy because this year's been hard on me. I have mentioned it a couple times on the channel. Like, I've had a really hard year. And like, I had a really, really, really hard year. Every time I leave the house over the past 2 months, strangers have come up to me and returned the favor. So everything I've put out into the universe is starting to cycle back to me. And I have been outside looking just god awful because I was either sick or I was stressed out or I had a really crappy day with all of the stress that's going on in my life right now. And a woman will go out of her way and come up to me, oh my God, your hair is so beautiful. And my hair is all bleached out. It looks terrible. I've gotten that compliment like 3 times in the past 2 weeks. I have gotten, oh my God, your shoes are so beautiful, because I have hot pink shoes. They're Kizik's. I wish Kizik's would come out with some more neon shoes, because I love my neon shoes. But I've been getting so much of that every time I leave the house now. And I feel like, I don't know if it's karma or it's what you put, you receive, like what you reap, you sow, whatever you believe. Like, I feel like it's cycling back to me. And I don't say this, don't do it. Don't go out there and like compliment other people and be kind to other people because you want it returned to you. That's not the point of that at all. But it does come back to you. And it comes back to you when you need it the most. And I just think about how many times someone has come up to me in the past couple of months and complimented me and how instantly that boosts me. So why not keep spreading that? Keep spreading that. Tell people you love them endlessly. Reach out to them. Tell them you miss them. Talk to strangers. Pass the love and kindness around, because this world is hard. And it's harsh. And if you're going through anything, if you're having a hard time this holiday season, I feel ya. It's gonna get better. Just hang on. You only have a couple more weeks left. We'll be in the new year. We can start fresh. Like, things are they're gonna turn around for you. I promise you that. And I don't lie. And with that, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will see you in the next one. If you decide to buy anything off the Premier Yarns website, I have links below always. It always helps support the channel. It always goes right back into helping me fund stuff for tutorials, for like the sweater tutorial I'm planning coming up with the green sparkling yarn I showed you yesterday. That was paid for with affiliate money, with you guys clicking that link, so I can keep running the channel. And I can't tell you how immensely that has helped the channel to keep running and functioning, so that I'm not taking from my family's money to buy stuff for the channel, you know. So I do appreciate every time you click that link. And even if you don't click the link, I'm just glad that you're still supporting a company that I really, really love and care about, and that has really like supported me. And with that, I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.